The craft beer craze continues to grow, and when it comes to the metro, beer drinkers are at the heart of that big change. The Now KC's Tara Hall with how one brewery is turning bacteria into beer.
While the trend is new, the brew itself goes way back. I'm talking about sour brew, and at the Cinder Block Brewery in the Northland, it's one of their specialties.
This concoction of microorganisms and bacteria may look like a science experiment gone awry, but this bubbly mess will eventually be one smooth beer.
Mother Nature really has her hand in how this beer is going to turn out.
What brewer Bryce Shafter is talking about is the sour beer he cooks up at Cinder Block Brewery.
It's going to be very tart. It'll be a little bit thinner, and it'll be a little bit lower in alcohol. And it's a great beer if it's a hot day out to have, because the sourness or the tartness really kind of refreshes the palate.
Shafter purposefully introduces bacteria into his tanks of ale. That bacteria, along with an aging process that includes old Chardonnay barrels, is what sets sour beer apart from a traditional brew.
There's a level of science, but at the end of the day, it's nature. Knowing when to add the different things, so the different yeast strains or the bacteria into it, will really dictate what your product at the end is going to be like.
While the trend is gaining traction in Kansas City, the process is nothing new.
Several hundred years ago, or 100 years ago even, these types of bacterias were always present.
Cinder Block Brewery believes that beer drinkers demanding more complex pints paired with the more readily available yeasts and bacterias are what have led to sour beer's resurgence.
While beer trends come and go, the Cinder Block Brewery tells me sour beer won't likely be one of them because it's here to stay. Reporting in North Kansas City, Missouri, I'm Tara Hall for the Now KC.
And if you want to give that sour beer a try, the folks at Cinder Block say you can expect a light-bodied beer. Aside from getting it off the tap in the Northland, you can also try Boulevard's versions, Funky Pumpkin, Telltale Tart, and Love Child. So plenty of options. Well, there's a new